Hi, my name is Sky Yang, the AS president for this year. I'm also a Summer Bridge alumni from the year 2021. So this year is the 45th anniversary of the Summer Bridge program, and we have a couple questions for you. What is your most meaningful memory from the Summer Bridge experience?
I want to say, just in general, it was really the ability to increase my awareness of just my identity, build my identity, where I came from, seeing so many people that looked like me, that represented, my ideals. I had the same questions in that as I did, about, the underrepresentation, underservice of students that come from, socioeconomic disadvantaged communities.
One is that my father was very concerned about me coming to the public university. He actually met somebody that he knew, and then he saw a whole bunch of Latinos that people look like us, and I think that was the first time that he accepted that I was coming here.
Got here the first day, I called my mom and I said, I want to come home. She had the foresight to tell me, okay, stick it out just a couple more days, give me a call back, and then we'll talk and see how you feel. Of course, after I gave it a chance, I met so many people. We did so many amazing things. I loved it.
I was still an English learner. I was very new to the country and I was struggling with my readings. And I didn't remember at the time that we had a curfew. And so I went downstairs with my reader looking for someone to help me. And then someone told me, "What are you doing down here? You should be going upstairs where the students are." And so I got scared, but I was like, I just need someone to help me. And then came Miss Alma Bañuelos, who at the time was one of the senior Summer Bridge folks. After all these years, she's like a big sister. And I want to say that that was the beginning, not just of my friendship and familyship with Alma Bañuelos, but also with other friends that became like family.
Summer Bridge was where I made, honestly, a lot of my college long and lifelong friendships. And often it was through not just our coursework that we had through Summer Bridge, but the activities. And I think those are the moments that stand out for me most in terms of creating those bonding relationships, not just with, my classmates, but also with the peer counselors who are doing the work of kind of managing all of us in this living space.
The thing I remember most is just forming bonds with fellow students at Summer Bridge, and that bond really carried me through my UC San Diego years, and that was so important.
So my most memorable time at Summer Bridge was just meeting so many people that became my community here at UCSD and became best friends. So godmother of my children, and just lifelong friends and memories.
For me, the most memorable is making friends and learning a lot that summer in preparation for the course load. And it's like the time hasn't passed, even though it's been 39 years.
How has Summer Bridge contributed to your current career and/or accomplishments?
We all found our community here, like I talked about, one of my best memories. But there were so many people that we learned how to network in Summer Bridge. Yeah. And so we didn't call it networking then. And as you could tell, I call it finding my community. But there was a huge support system here for us. And Summer Bridge helped us understand where those people were, how to seek them out, how to go visit the Career Center and visit the Career Center in your first year. Through those visits and through some of the mentors that we had, that my career grew. So it's those kinds of things that were the foundation of what became, networking for me throughout my career.
My Summer Bridge experience has really helped with the network I started to build, because we all know we can't succeed by ourselves. We need help. And so when I came to Summer Bridge, I met the staff, some faculty. They were my support system. They taught me about all the resources that UCSD has to offer. And so again, I don't think I would be where I am now with all of that support. And then even as I got into my professional career, I kept in touch with some of the students that were in Summer Bridge with me, and they again are my support system, the people I go to when I have an issue or an obstacle that I'm facing, and they help me overcome that obstacle.
The Summer Bridge program really helped me to develop my networking skills and form connections with people. And that has really carried on throughout my career. And what's really terrific when I look back, like who would have thought when I was in Summer Bridge in 1981 and then fast forward 30 plus years later to then be the president of UC San Diego alumni. So the journey has been not linear for me and had a lot of twists and turns, but again, what I developed at Summer Bridge was to develop connections with people, and that skill has helped me succeed not only in my career as an attorney, but then, in my personal life as well.
Because I made all these lifelong friends, we made the teachers, the tutors, the opportunities. I don't think I would have been an engineer if it wasn't for these guys. We ended up going to Oasis together, to Manuelita Brown's minority workshop together. So I think it just made me who I am. And I wish I didn't know who I was maybe going to be.
I think it solidified and grounded my purpose. I didn't think so much about what I wanted to be when I grew up because I didn't know. It was really what contribution I wanted to make.
We all became electrical engineers. We all ended up working as interns at Hewlett Packard, and then we lived together as well. So.
Summer Bridge definitely contributed to my academic success in ways that it helped to acclimate me, one, to the quarter system, which was not obviously what I came from high school, but also to the level of work and the demand of kind of participation and the ability to kind of make connections outside of the classroom space to do other types of student development. Like I was editor of a campus newspaper. That exposure really helped me to get comfortable with working collaboratively with other people, be it for academic reasons or extracurricular reasons. So I feel like it was just a real foundational experience for me to find my footing on campus as a scholar, but also as a human preparing to enter the workforce and learn and grow and, go out and do great things.
I'm a professor now, an assistant professor at San Diego State, and I prepare future teachers that focus on bilingual and STEM science education. And I want to say that I couldn't have gone this far as a career of a student without learning everything I learned in Summer Bridge in terms of the study management program, which is where we organize our time. And so I want to say that was probably the biggest thing that I still use, that I'm able to pass down to my students who are becoming teachers, or to the undergraduate students that I mentor and support through other funds and grants at SDSU.
Summer Bridge was really important to me and really contributed to my future success. It really provided me with tools and techniques on, how to get through tough times, and it really helped me to build resilience. And that really stayed with me over the years. And fast forward, it's really something that I think is a skill that students really need to embrace and exercise and learn while they're on campus, because the secret to success is not always, who's the smartest or who's the best, but actually individuals who really have resilience or that grit, that stick-to-itness to succeed.
As a first generation, because we're all first generation students and we were in STEM, I think we were really there for each other to support and move forward, because it's not an easy major for anyone. But if you're coming from a background where you don't have those role models at home or in your community, I think just the support is what was great. Kind of have that camaraderie in a field where there's very few women.
A second thing that I got out of participating in Summer Bridge is opening my eyes to the realities of systemic inequities within the educational system. And so just being aware and learning what that does to folks like me that immigrated to the country, that are learning English and content. And so just being more aware of those realities to be able to address them in the courses that I teach now.
I knew that I wanted to work with people and help out the community that I came from, or communities that have that lack of belonging, and how to bridge that. So currently I'm elementary school principal, and the idea, the notion of being an opportunity broker, it's essentially why I do what I do. I work with an underserved community, socioeconomic disadvantaged community here in Barrio Logan. I appreciate ideas, the diversity, and just enjoying different perspectives, and appreciating everybody's experiences. And when they start young, sometimes these students that I work with don't have that opportunity, don't have that access to resources or exposure or experiences. So in my career as an educator, I feel that's my purpose in life. And it started really in Summer Bridge, like really defining, like I wanted to help, I just didn't know how.
What advice would you like to share with the current and incoming Summer Bridge students?
So for current Summer Bridge students, congratulations. You've made a great choice. You're going to enjoy this experience, and it's going to serve you in ways that you won't know for a while. For students who are thinking about it, incoming students, I can't recommend Summer Bridge enough. It really is an opportunity to create that foundation on campus that will serve your academics through your career and beyond.
My advice is to think of success not linearly, but success can take many forms. And in fact, the path to success can have lots and lots of twists and turns. So, be kind to yourself and know that success will come, and to really just embrace your time here at UC San Diego.
I think what I would like to share is if you're a first generation, you can do this. Si se puede. You can move forward and make the connections here. And for me, it was the best thing coming to Summer Bridge because it really prepares you. It's that bridge to how to study, how to prepare for classes, and how to, be in the university environment. And I think that's critical.
Take advantage of all of the programs and resources that Summer Bridge has to offer. Because especially if you're a first generation college student like I was, we don't have the luxury to call our parents and say, you know what, I'm experiencing this, or I need help with that. What do you think I should do? Because they don't know.
I would say yes. Walk the campus, study hard. I mean, I don't know how Summer Bridge, I think it has evolved. But yes, those courses are going to be, they're vital. Know where you're going, because once you start, the quarter goes very fast. And yes, ask questions. Always ask.
Yeah, and ask for help.
Yes.
Find your study partners. That was one thing that I learned here in Summer Bridge, was how to ask for help, and just how to ask for help from your fellow students. So it was just such a great experience.
People are so willing to help you succeed, and they want you to succeed. And then now I'm at the point where I want to give back. As an alumni at UCSD, I want to help. I want to connect people to, or students to, the network that I have. And anything that you want to pursue, talk to your network of folks that you created in Summer Bridge and that you continue to create.
My biggest advice would be to realize that when you go to college, it seems like you're in a constant competition with other people in your classes and other colleges, in your dorms. And the biggest advice would be to remember that the biggest competition is with yourself. So think about where you started during Summer Bridge and where you get to during the quarters, and acknowledge and celebrate those accomplishments, because as small as they might seem, they're huge accomplishments that are setting you up for future success.
The advice that I would give incoming students is not think about what you want to be when you grow up, or what specific career you want to go into. Of course, you're going to do that, but how do you want to contribute to society? How do you want to use the skills that you currently have students like me that come from similar backgrounds, we didn't have the opportunities and the access. Sometimes we try to shy away from challenges. There's a tendency to have imposter syndrome. Really grounding yourself, believing in yourself. I still go through it every now and then. It's the advice is just learning, being open to learn, and it's challenging. It is challenging, but surround yourself with people that care about you, that will support you, and have unconditional love for you.
And enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Learn the campus, and get acclimated to all the little nooks and crannies of the campus for sure.
Yeah. I think we all studied very hard, but we also
Went
had a
out.
lot of fun.
Another thing I'd say to a new Summer Bridge student would be to take risks and have fun and look for that balance between fun and academics, because you need it all and it takes time to get there. But if you make mistakes, because you will make mistakes and that's okay, remember to ask for help.
Thank you so much for joining us today to provide your insight, to answer all of our questions, and happy 45th anniversary to Summer Bridge.